Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Before starting my video, if you didn't subscribe my channel yet, please do, and do not forget turn on notifications. As promised, every day I'm sharing great contents for you. Alright, now in this video we're going to start methods. Let's switch to the development branch. Okay, let's right click on solution, add new project, console application. Next, youtube.c#.methods. Let's next and create. Let's clean the view in text editor. Type our titles, methods. Alright, what kind of method we will go through? The first one is basic. I can say basic methods. Just say void methods, not basic. Void methods. Okay. Return methods with parameters. The third one, methods with ref and out keywords. Method overloading. The last one is going to be params in methods. Okay, let's start with the void methods, guys. Let me explain you what the methods are in the first hand. I'm going to type a comment here and I'm going to explain when I created it. Okay, let's type intro welcoming message here. Hello, welcome to my channel or lesson. Yeah, lesson. Okay, just imagine, guys, I'm going to use this welcoming screen each my lessons. So I'm going to use, I have to write the same message for each lesson. What's gonna happen if I created 100 or 200 lessons? Should I type them all one by one? No, of course, obviously not. So we need to create an method. Let's create a method now. It's going to be void method, which I'm going to tell you what the void is a couple of minutes later. Intro, let's give a name intro, and there is no parameter right now. And I'm going to put this command in this method. Okay, by the way, void means if our method there is no return a result, so it means void, so it means there is no result. So when I run this method, this console write line command will run, and that's it. There is no result. Okay, now let's call this intro method. Yep, as you can see. So let's run the application. I guess we didn't. Okay, alright, we didn't start up this project. Yep, I'm starting again. As you can see, hello, welcome to my lessons. Okay, so what if I need to write again, and again? So just type these all and you will see we have 4 welcoming message. Hopefully you understand. Let's put a breakpoint here and you will understand much more better. Okay, alright. Now if you remember, I mentioned about function 11 to get inside the method. Okay, once I pressed F11, as you see, we just jump into the method inside, and we will send the message. It is going outside, and we will continue with the second method. As you can see here, yeah, we're going to jump again here, and next to it, next one, and next one. Okay, as you understand, the void method does the job, does the tasks which is given them, and there is no return value as a result. Okay, so we can use this method for a multiple place, and also it helps us when you would like to change the error message. Just imagine you just use this intro in different 10 or 15 lessons. For example, this is lesson 1 intro, this is lesson 2, 5, whatever, this is lesson 7 intro. So if you would like to change, instead of hello to hi, just just fix the method, and all welcoming message will be changed. This is why we using methods. All right, perfect. Okay, I guess you understand the void methods. Let's continue with the return methods with the parameters. I'm gonna copy this one and paste. All right, what is return methods? Let's try to make mathematical calculations and try to let's start with the void again. We're going to convert it with the return methods. Okay, void multiply. I'm going to give a multiply name. Okay, so I'm going to send the parameters. So just imagine you would like to make a calculation. When you call the method, you need to give a parameter, right? Because the method have to work on it, work with them. Okay, let's send as a number 1 and integer number 2. Once you send integer number 1 and number 2, let me show you. I called multiply. Why I couldn't call it multiply? Why I couldn't bring it? Multiply. Yeah, perfect. It's working now. Once you call your multiply, you need to give some parameters, right? To make the calculations. Okay, in this scenario, I would like to multiple 25 multiple 2. The result is going to be 50, right? So I need to define this multiply calculation in the method. Okay, let's do it. Var, let's do it integer, and you can use var as well. Result number 1, not plus, number 1 multiple number 2. But we need to return a result, right? Let's return a result, this one. But there is a safety procedure here. I'm telling you safety, but you can call something else. This is my explanation. If you return a result, which is going to be an integer result, you need to define it here. So this method is not void. It's returning an integer. It's expected to return an integer. Okay, so we have a multiply method returning integer, and it is asking 2 different parameters from us. Okay, let's have a look now. Now we need to assign this result as a result here, and let's print this result to our screen now. Okay, perfect. I'm going to make a comment this section, and let's see now. You're going to see 50 as a result. Yep, as you can see here. All right. What if we change the data types? All right, let's make another example where result 2, and let's make a subtraction. All right, we have a number 1 and a number 2 as a parameter. I'm going to change the, oops, sorry, I'm going to use this method here, result 2 here. Okay, let's define our method now. You can use var, by the way, it's going to be selected automatically, and make a minus, and you're going to return the result, and it is integer. All right, everything is same as multiply, right? So what if I send a short instead of 2? You're lucky when you do your subtraction, it's going to be converted directly short. What if I send a long here? So I'm going to make a subtraction, a long number from an integer. So result is going to be, as you can see, long, and this result is going to be long. So you can cast the result. All right, as you can see here. Perfect. And also you can add some parameters here. Integer number 1, 55, long number 2 is 15. So we're going to send this number 1, and second parameter is number 2 because it is a long. Put your cursor on your method and you will see expected parameters here. So we gave one integer, one long, and the result is long. We cast to the int, result is int. Perfect, it's working. All right, I guess you understand return methods with the parameters. We can carry on with the, let me have a look my notes. Number 1, number 2, reference and out. Okay, let me have a look my, okay, we're going to use reference and out keywords. Let me have a look how many minutes have been done. It's 11. Okay, we still have many times. Okay, let's take this Control X, Control V. Okay, I am going to use this method. Let's copy it and paste here. So we have a, oh sorry, not that one, I'm going to use this one. Choose the wrong one. Okay, as you can see, we have variables, methods, and we have a result, and we have a result, printed result to our screen. So I'm going to change number 1. I'm going to assign a new number 1 here, like 125. So let's see our number 1. Is it going to be changed or not? What do you think? What is going to be number 1? We assign as a 55, and when it goes into method, it becomes 125. Calculation has been done. We receive the return, and we print number 1 to our screen again. Let's see the results and we can talk with the results. Alright, as you can see, result is 110. Let's have a look quickly. So number 1 is 55, number 2 is 15, but now number 1 is 125 minus 15 is 110. The result is 110. But why we have number 1 55? We assign this 125. Let me explain you. This number 1 and this number 1, these are different. Actually, this number 1 and this number 1, they are different. Let me change the variables x, y, x, x, y. So we can use x and y instead of number 1, number 2. Why don't we have any error? Let's see the result again. Nothing has been changed. As you can see, 110. Again, we have 110. So why is that changing? Because when we assign this 55 and 15 to these variables and we type these number 1 and number 2 in this method, we send just a reference of the value. We're not sending the whole data itself. We just send a reference. So we have 55 and 15 as a value here. Now we're going to change x variable, not number 1. And after we finish our calculation, we continue where we left, and the number 1 is still 55. Let's put a breakpoint here and see what is going to happen in live. Okay, so number 1 is 55, as you can see. Number 2 is assigned to 15. Let's get inside our method. Have a look. Number 1 is 55, number 2 is 15. It's written to the method. Press the function 11 from your keyboard. We are inside now. As you can see, x is 55, long is 15. X become 125. The result is, as you can see, 110. Let's go back now. F11, F11. We continue where we left. The result 2 is 110 because we assigned the result from our method. And our number 1 is still 55. Number 1 is still 55. I assume you understand what I'm trying to tell you. But there is a reference and out keywords. Be able to change this variable. Okay, let's add ref keyword, our number 1, but we got an error. Argument may not pass with the ref keyword because we have to assign this ref to our method. So now it's okay. Now let's see what's gonna happen to our number 1. As you can see, it's 125. The x was 125. How number 1 become 125? Because we used ref keyword to change this number 1 variable. Alright? Perfect. I assume you understand this section as well. I'm gonna copy this ref section and paste a new one. Int number 4, number 3, and number 4. Let's amend the method. Result 3. Did I something wrong here? Alright, long number 4. There is no long, of course. Okay, result 3 and number 3. Perfect. subtraction, let's change it to the addition. Okay, use plus instead of minus. The rest of them is okay. Perfect. We have another method, makes and additions. I amend the name of the variable. So we have another keyword which is called out. What if I use out here? Oops, there were error message. We cannot pass, must be passed with the ref keyword. Why we use the ref keyword? Because it's assigned, this method assigned with an ref, right? Let's delete it. Let's type out here. Okay, so must be past the out keyword. So I'm going to add out keyword here. Hopefully, oh yeah, I delete the integer wrongly. Okay, so we have out now. What is the difference between out and reference? As you can see, our number 3 has become little bit transparent, because if you use out keyword, the value, it doesn't matter. You can delete it and it become activated again. In while you're using out keyword, once you assign this variable in the method, this value going to be assigned to this variable. Okay, let's run our application. As you can see, 125. By the way, 140, this is the addition result. This is the 125 is the number 3. The only difference between these two, ref and out doesn't need an initial assignment, but ref need an initial assignment. Okay, I assume you understand this subject as well. Let me have a look how many minutes has been done. 20. Perfect. We can continue with the method overloadings. I'm gonna take this command sign to here. Alright. Okay, I am going to take this, which one? This subtraction, right? Let's copy, paste. No, not that one. I'm going to take the addition. This one. Let's take this method. Perfect. Let's assign number here. Number 3. I'm not going to use out keyword anymore. Let's delete it. I'm not going to assign anything here. Okay. To this overload action, first of all, we need to create a static class. Normally, it is not a subject in our lesson, but to show you overloading method, I need to create a static class, and I can only overload these methods in that class. Okay, all right, let's create a static class which is named methods, and I'm going to put this addition method here. I'm gonna change access modifier to public, and I'm gonna make it static. Don't worry about it. It's not important what the class is, what the public or static is. Just focus on we are creating a method here, and we're going to overload here, and how we're going to use it. Just this is you need to know. When it comes to the what the class is and static is, you're going to learn in the future lessons. Okay, so to use that method, we're going to type here methods dot additions. Basically, we create a class, just you can imagine like a folder, and put this file in this folder. Actually, we put this method in this class. Yeah, so we call the method I'm in the folder method first, class, then we call the addition method then. Folder and file. You can imagine like that just for now. Okay, let's overload our addition method. So if I would like to add more parameter, I'm going to add parameter z, integer z, and I'm going to add z here. Alright, so there is no problem here. When you methods dot addition, when you open your brackets, as you can see, there is two overload. The first one is x and y, sorry, x and y. The second one is x, y, and z. So you can use both these methods. Okay. So also you can overload again with another parameters. Let's overload it again. Int, for example, k. Let's add this k here as well. So we have now 3 overloads. Yep, as you can see. Perfect. Alright, let's copy this. Actually, I don't need it. Let's copy this section and paste here. Result 4. Actually, why I'm changing this one? I don't need it anymore. And yeah. Result 4. Copy, paste. I'm going to use the second one. Let's add 55. Let's see the result now. Oh, our setup project has been changed. Did I click something wrong place? Let's right click, set up, startup project. Now play again. Alright guys, let's see the result now. Is 125. Let's check. 60, 70, 125. Correct. It's working. Second method has been worked. Alright. After overloading, I'm going to show you a small information. Let me have a look. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. If, for example, if you would like to add a default value to your methods, you can just add equal, for example, 95. So what does that mean? If you didn't add any value while you using your addition method, the 95 is going to be given as a default. Let's try now. Addition. Oh, sorry. Methods point addition. Let's use, as you can see, this is our first overload, integer x and long y, which is 95 is default. So let's give number 3 and close. As you can see, there is two expected variable, but I just gave one, and the second one is going to be 95 because I didn't give anything as a default. Okay, perfect. So if I add number 4, so this default is not going to be used anymore. Perfect. Let's see this default result. I'm going to cut this section and add here directly. Let's delete this. Anything else? Where is the problem here? Yeah, a bracket. Perfect. Let's see the result now. It must be 55 plus 95 is 150, right? Let's have a look at the result now. 150, as you can see, the second result is our default result. Okay, I'm gonna keep it like that. There is one subject left with the methods. Params in methods. Okay, let's continue with the params. I'm gonna take this from here to here. Okay, so we created previous subject three different um, overload. What if we need, for example, 100 different variable? So just imagine you creating a calculator which is able to do um, addition, mathematic calculation, and you're just able to do just with just four variable. Is it possible? No, you have to do it as much as you can, right? So we're going to add param in this section. Okay, so we're going to change our methods. Okay, let's type here addition again. All right, let's delete this one. Int number one, number two. Okay, I'm not gonna use it anymore. Okay, I am going to use params keyword, and it's going to be integer, and it is going to be an array, which is going to be called numbers. So don't get confused what the array is. The only thing you need to know, this int array can hold many numbers, not just one. We're going to learn, I'm going to teach you when it comes to array subject. All subject is related to each other, so I have to sometimes I have to tell you some subject coming from my future curriculum. Okay, don't worry about it. Just all need to know the int array keeps many numbers in inside. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to delete this section, and I'm going to delete this section. I'm just going to use a basic function, numbers dot sum. What is this sum? It's just calculate. It's just make a quick calculate. It's as a summary with the all numbers, right? Perfect. So we have a method, and we able to give many numbers thanks to params keyword, and this integer array keeps all that numbers inside and assign them to variable called numbers. And we going to use this numbers array, as you can see, params int array. We're going to make addition with all numbers with the sum method. Let's have a look what it is. Compute is the sum of sequence of int values. This is what exactly this method does. All right. Now I'm going to create a result here. Let's type result 2. Okay. And let's call our addition method and open. As you can see, it is expecting us give numbers array. So it is just 5, 10, 45, 12, and it goes like this. Alright. So when you finalize this method, you will see the result. Let's have a look now. 72. When you collect these four numbers, you will reach the 72. Okay, its params makes our life easier. Perfect. I guess I have finalized my last subject. It's become a really long lesson. I am going to save my project. Let's commit it with the what was our lessons? Uh, methods, method lessons. All right, let's commit them all. We are in development. Perfect. Let's go to Git manage branches. Let's change the domain. Right click on dev, merge dev into the main. There is no conflict. Perfect. All right, it's done. All right, guys. Thanks for watching my video. Hopefully you understand everything what I teach you, what I taught you. And if you like the video, I will be appreciated. It really motivates me to create new contents. And if you have questions, don't forget to drop comment below the video. Take care of yourself. See you on next lesson. Bye bye.